A Bozeman soldier killed in action is awarded the nation's highest military honor.
President Trump presented the Medal of Honor posthumously to U.S. Army Staff Sergeant Travis W. Atkins today for his actions on June 1, 2007 during Operation Iraqi Freedom. While engaged in hand-to-hand combat with a suspected insurgent, Atkins realized the insurgent was about to detonate a bomb strapped to his body. Atkins tackled him, using his body to shield others from the explosion and saving the lives of 3 fellow soldiers.
Today, the name of Staff Sergeant Travis Atkins will be etched alongside of the names of America's bravest warriors and written forever into America's heart.
Atkins' son Trevor accepted the award. Atkins' mother Elaine and his father Jack, a Vietnam veteran, were also present at their ceremony.
He's a 3rd Montana-born recipient of the award and 10th overall in Montana. Montana is remembering Travis Atkins as a kind-hearted man who would do anything for anyone. Many in Gallatin Valley told MTN News they aren't surprised Travis gave his life to save others. That's the type of person he was. MTN's
Emma Hamilton caught up with one of his childhood friends who says Atkins was a hero even before he joined the Army.
It's something that I can't really put into words. It's something that's surreal, and I still haven't fully accepted it yet.
He was a very strong-willed, took a lot of risks that I wouldn't take in my lifetime. And but the biggest thing is he had a big heart. He really cared about who we are. As a kid growing up with a hearing loss, made it really easy for me to be able to become friends with Travis, because it was tough for me to be able to go make new friends, but Travis had no problem. He didn't see the handicap. He saw me as a person.
Having Atkins as a friend meant more to Krogstad than Atkins ever knew. Since the 3rd grade, up until the time Atkins deployed the 1st and 2nd time, they were the best of friends.
I'm not surprised that he went back. I'm proud that he went back, because that's where he belonged. There's an impact that you can make on life that you can only make on a battlefield, and that's where he belonged. He belonged out there, and I think that's what he truly believed.
With tears in his eyes, Krogstad reflects on their friendship and the time they spent in the mountains together. But it's an emotional roller coaster, losing a friend that he is just so proud of for his actions.
It's an emotion that you can't describe. There's pride and there's sadness. You feel sad for the Atkins family and what they've had to go through, but there's pride.
Local veterans are also honored to have one of their own become a Medal of Honor hero.
I just know that I am proud of him. I've never met Travis and I don't know him. I just know that I am so proud that he was an Army guy just like me. And so we're brothers, but he did it saving other guys in his platoon. And that's what makes a big difference. He didn't just do it for himself, he did it for country, for God, and saving his guys.
Even though Travis is here at the Veterans Cemetery in Bozeman, his sacrifice and bravery shines across the entire country. And while he is a true American hero, he's also a hero for the Gallatin Valley. Reporting in Bozeman, Emma Hamilton, MTN News.
The Bozeman community plans to welcome home the Atkins family Friday afternoon on Airway Boulevard a little after 3 p.m.